Welcome to Module 9 of the Business Management Capstone course. This will be a brief assignment overview and recap of the decisions for Year 10. We're just going to go ahead and dive right into Module 9. First assignment is the Chapter 7 Smart Book. Next, we have the course participation strategies to compete in the markets of developing countries. As you know, what works in one country, such as the United States, may not work in another when it comes to products. So you may have to tweak or revise your product in order to be successful in other countries. So that's what this discussion board is pertaining to. Next, we have the Chapter 7 quiz. Next, we have Case 6, Netflix in 2019. Keep in mind, you must read the case within the back of the textbook. And if I was you, I would review Chapters 1 through 7 before attempting to complete this case. Next, we have the Module 9 report. This is all focusing on the primary components of your company strategy when it comes to the camera and drones. Majority of the teams are doing a great job with the reports. You have a cover page. The body of the report has style to it. It looks professional. It's well written. It has tables, charts, graphs, pictures, so on and so forth. Continue on with that. Now, there's a couple of companies that are really just giving me the bare bones. There's no cover page. It looks very generic, and it's not even well written, and it's very vague. And I will no longer accept those reports. You should know by now what the expectation is. And then next we have the Global Simulation Year 11 decisions. Obviously, the majority of the teams are doing a fantastic job with the decisions. For all the other ones, just try to improve each week. Okay, before we jump into the results for Year 10, just like I did a few weeks ago, I want to bring to your attention that there's a team that actually was able to get into the top 100 for the overall Globus competition. And keep in mind, there are over 2,000 teams from 128 colleges and universities. So to me, this is always impressive when one of our teams breaks into the top 100. So for return on equity, Aspect Aviation was able to come in 85th place with a 64.2% on return on equity. So fantastic. I love when our teams crack the top 100. Now, with that said, they actually was able to get in the top 100 within another category, that is overall game to date. So here's Aspect Aviation, tied for 77th place with a 106.5 overall game to date score. Initially, 77th place may not seem impressive to you, but just keep in mind, out of 2,000 teams, they got 77th place. So I'm very proud of this team, and I'd say keep it up. And I would love to see more of our teams within the top 100. And I did have a semester, it was about a year ago, where I had 4 or 5 teams constantly in the top 100. And obviously they were outstanding students, no doubt about it. So make that one of your goals. So let's go ahead and look at the results for our kind of internal competition for Globus. Okay, here we have Team I. They gained 2 points. So you notice Team A, they have second ranking. They lost 8 points. You may say, well, how did they get in the top 100 for overall game to date score with losing points? Keep in mind, our round ends at midnight on Sunday, and those rankings come out at 6 p.m. on Sunday. So there's your differences. At that given point of the rankings, they were at that 106.5, and then at midnight it's changed. So that's where that number comes from. G-Stone, this is the team that I dared them to show me that they had any clue what was going on. Like, please show me, because I don't believe it. I see no effort, and I was very harsh to them, and they gained 37 points. I want to applaud them for coming in third in Year 10. That is simply amazing. So great job. You're on the move. I don't expect you to win the whole simulation, but if you continue climbing the charts like you are, I have just, the utmost respect for your team then, if you continue, okay? Anybody can jump 37 in 1 year, but let's see if you can continue moving. I don't expect 37 every round, but if you can continue moving in the positive side. JMM, they dropped 1. They were that top team a few years ago. Team C dropped 3. Team D dropped 4. Team F, they gained 9. So great job, Team F. Team B dropped 12. Really couldn't afford to. Team E dropped 13 as well. Could not really afford to lose. And Team H definitely could not afford to lose 1 single point. With that said, I can understand any given year you could lose a point or 2. I can live with that. But you don't want to lose 12, 13, 20 points in a year. So let's go ahead and look at the game-to-date scoreboard, where we have Team I at 106. So even though I showed you how great Team A did last year, and they, got in the top 100 rankings, Team I is leading our internal competition at 106. Team A is 102. JMM, 3 bonus points they're at 100. They're not out of it. They're right there. It's just they're not gaining the ground like they used to. So JMM, I'd say be careful of Team C and D. They're both at 92. They could come and get you. B, you're at 89. F is at 85. G-Stone, you're at 82. So G-Stone went from the bottom, who I had no clue what they were doing, and I thought they actually had no clue what they were doing. Came out of nowhere. I can't applaud them enough. So they're in my zone of, at least I feel confident they're moving in the right direction, above 80. But now Team E and H, now you're my 2 new teams that I'm concerned about. E, you're at 79, and H, you're at 69. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. You really need to figure out very quickly. So that's all I had for this overview video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and have a great week.